Hi, I'm Teresa Potter, and today we're exploring something close to my heart, the powerful connection between what we eat and how we feel, especially when it comes to anxiety. As a biochemist and a wellness coach, I've seen firsthand how nutrition impacts mood, and I want to share practical, science-backed insights that can help you or someone you love find a little more peace each day. This talk draws deeply from the groundbreaking work of Dr. Naidoo, a pioneer in nutritional psychology and author of the wonderful book, Your Brain on Food. Her work has revolutionized our understanding of how food affects mental health, and I'm honored to share these insights with you today in 4 points. Point 1, understanding anxiety. Point 2, foods that trigger anxiety. And point 3, foods that calm anxiety. And finally, we'll look at in point 4, how the enlightened order of eating encapsulates all these points. As we explore these points, if you feel the need that you need more personal guidance, I offer wellness lifestyle coaching, from downloadable self-help plans to full 4-week guided resets. We'll find a rhythm that works for you. Just open the description box below to explore your options and take the first step toward your most vibrant, joyful life. Point 1, understanding anxiety. Let me tell you about Sarah. She looked at me with tears in her eyes and said, I just can't deal with it all. My husband and I are always arguing. At work, I'm falling behind and my boss keeps piling more on. I worry about my son's school. Will he be safe? Will he even pass? And even at home, I can't relax. Thanksgiving's coming up, 20 people are coming to dinner, and I can't sleep. My heart's pounding, my belly aches, and I'm constipated. What Sarah was describing wasn't just stress. These were classic signs of generalized anxiety disorder. Anxiety comes in many forms: panic attacks, social anxiety, specific phobias, physical symptoms like bloating, IBS, or insomnia. Nearly 1 in 3 Americans will experience an anxiety disorder in their lifetime. But even without a formal diagnosis, most of us have felt anxiety. Have you ever said, I've got butterflies in my stomach, or I feel a pit in my stomach? These aren't just poetic expressions. They reflect the real biochemical signals from your gut to your brain. That's right, your gut and brain are in constant conversation. And what you eat fuels that conversation. They reflect a powerful biological truth. Your gut and your brain are in constant conversation. Much has been learned over the past 10 years about gut health and the direct relationship between one's diet and lifestyle, causing a direct impact on physical, emotional, and mental health. Let's cut to the chase with what foods should be avoided next in point 2. Let's begin with gluten. It may surprise you, but gluten can affect your mood, even if you don't have digestive issues. Celiac disease, an autoimmune reaction to gluten, can sometimes be silent, causing internal inflammation without obvious symptoms. A client of mine, let's call him Rex, gave up gluten, and within 5 months, his anxiety completely disappeared. While the science is mixed, some studies show people with gluten sensitivity feel less anxious after eliminating it from their diets. Even without celiac disease, non-celiac gluten sensitivity can play a role. Try a gluten-free diet for a few weeks and observe how you feel, or speak with your doctor about testing. How about caffeine? Well, in today's world, it can feel like a lifeline, but for those prone to anxiety, it can be a hidden trigger. In 2011, studies showed that 250 milligrams of caffeine activated the midbrain, the region that fires when you're under threat. Worse, it suppresses the region of the brain that helps regulate anxiety. You don't need to quit caffeine, but moderation is key. Under 100 milligrams a day, you have little or no effect. 100 to 400 milligrams per day, mixed results. Over 400 milligrams per day, most studies show significant increase in anxiety. To give you an idea, a Starbucks venti has 475 milligrams of caffeine. You're already in the high range. An espresso capsule has 50 to 80 milligrams, a great disparity. If you love the taste of coffee, try decaf, though even that contains a little caffeine. Always taper slowly to avoid withdrawal, which can also trigger anxiety. Alcohol might seem like a relaxing escape, but it often makes anxiety worse. Alcohol does not actually cause relaxation, but simply sedation. People want to unwind, but wake up the next day jittery, guilty, and tense, classic signs of a mild alcohol withdrawal. Alcohol also disrupts sleep, especially those prone to anxiety. It's one of the leading preventable causes of death in the United States, so we must ask, is relaxation or actually sedation worth the cost? For those with social anxiety, alcohol may seem helpful, but it quadruples the risk of alcohol use disorder. Heavy drinking is defined as, for men, more than 14 drinks per week, or 4 per day. For women, more than 7 drinks per week, or 3 per day. If you find yourself using alcohol to avoid feelings or stress, it may be time to reevaluate. And if you're dependent on alcohol, withdrawal can increase anxiety, so get help from a doctor or therapist to create a safe plan. Point 3, foods that calm anxiety. Let's shift to what can help. Here are foods and nutrients that nurture your gut and reduce anxiety. First, fiber. Fiber-rich foods feed your gut bacteria, which in turn support mental health. Studies show that high-fiber diets reduce depression and anxieties. Things like beans, brown rice, berries, bran, pears, apples, bananas, broccoli, oats, and almonds. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA, reduce inflammation and support neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. Some great examples of foods include fatty fish like salmon, flax seeds, walnuts. A 2018 meta-analysis showed omega-3 significantly reduced anxiety symptoms. And then there's fermented foods that provide probiotics that nourish your microbiome. They've been shown to improve emotional resilience, particularly in people with social anxiety. These fermented foods include plain yogurt, kefir or kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut. Other anti-anxiety foods contain tryptophan, which is an amino acid in your body to make serotonin. Combine it with carbs to help cross the blood-brain barrier. Foods rich in tryptophan include chickpeas or garbanzo beans, turkey, eggs, seeds and nuts, and then vitamin D. It acts like a hormone in your brain. It reduces inflammation and supports mood regulation. And the best sources of vitamin D are, of course, sunlight, salmon, and mushrooms. Sometimes supplements are needed. So other vitamins that can be helpful might be B vitamins. Antioxidant vitamins such as A, C, and E are all essential for stress management. Deficiencies worsen symptoms. Eat colorful, whole foods-based diet. Magnesium calms the nervous system and regulates the stress response. Certain foods that are high in magnesium include almonds, spinach, black beans, peanut butter. Some additional supplements that can help you calm that are important when diet alone just isn't enough. For example, passion flower is an herb that boosts GABA, promoting calm. Lavender oil capsules are clinically shown to reduce anxiety. L-lysine and L-arginine may help reduce anxiety symptoms. Another herb, kava, is very effective but must be used with caution due to liver risks. St. John's wort may support mood, but may interact with other medications. Always consult your healthcare professional before starting any new supplements. They can interact with prescriptions you may be taking, so check with your doctor before changing medications or including supplements. Ultimately, every aspect of nutritional psychiatry that we have covered so far in this series, from foods that help ADHD, depression, and now anxiety, align perfectly with the enlightened order of eating that was introduced in Pillar 2, blood sugar. Let's recap that in point 4. Point 4, the enlightened order of eating. Let's talk about one of my favorite healing habits, the enlightened order of eating. This is not a diet. It's a ritual of nourishment that gently supports blood sugar balance, emotional steadiness, and deeper energy. Here's how it works. Start with fiber, like leafy greens, raw veggies, or seeds. Next, enjoy your healthy fats and proteins like avocados, nuts, legumes, eggs, chicken, fish. Then finish with your starches or sweets like rice, fruit, or dessert. This simple shift slows down glucose absorption, reduces inflammation, and creates a calm, centered feeling after meals. Start small. Try it at one meal each day. Tune into how you feel. Less foggy, more steady, a little lighter. That's the power of harmony in how we eat. We've covered a lot so far, so let's do a quick recap of the foods that calm and the foods that trigger anxiety. As I quickly review them, let's see if you can recognize how they fit into the enlightened order of eating. Foods that calm anxiety include high fiber foods like beans, brown rice, berries, bran, pears, apples, bananas, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, carrots, artichokes, almonds, walnuts, amaranth, oats, buckwheat, and pearl barley. Aged, fermented, and cultured foods like yogurt, kombucha, miso, tempeh, apple cider vinegar, and pickled vegetables. Foods that are high in tryptophan, including turkey and other meats, and chickpeas, especially when combined with carbohydrates. Vitamins such as vitamin D, B1, B6, A, C, and E are especially helpful. Minerals such as magnesium, potassium, and selenium are essential. Spices, including turmeric, are a chef's kiss for anxiety. Herbs, including lavender, passion flower, and chamomile, are especially effective. Foods to avoid. Ultra-processed foods that are high in bad fats, including red meat and fried foods, and high glycemic index carbs such as white bread, white flour, potatoes, pasta, and anything else made from refined flour. Most white things, not so good. Caffeine. Keep caffeine consumption under 400 milligrams per day. Alcohol for men, stay under 14 drinks per week and no more than 2 drinks in any single day. And for women, stay under 7 drinks per week and no more than 1 drink in any single day. By cutting back slowly, you will help lower anxiety. Gluten. If you have celiac disease or non-celiac gluten sensitivity, avoid all wheat products such as bread, pizza, pasta, and many alcoholic drinks. And artificial sweeteners. Aspartame is especially harmful, but so is saccharin. Use sucralose and stevia in moderation and with caution. Anxiety is complex and personal. There's no magic bullet, but one thing is clear: what you eat matters. With every bite, you send signals to your brain. You can choose foods that inflame and agitate, or you can choose foods that soothe, nourish, and heal. This is what nutritional psychiatry is all about: reclaiming your mental wellness one plate at a time. Thank you for being here with me today. Remember, you're not alone. Your journey towards calm begins with small, nourishing steps. If this message touched your heart, I invite you to join the Heirloom Apothecary community. Subscribe to stay inspired. Share this video with someone who might need a little extra light. Leave a comment. What's one food you're going to start eating with intention today? If you'd like more individualized support, I'm here to walk alongside you every step of the way. I now offer wellness lifestyle coaching, from custom written plans to daily, weekly, or monthly check ins. Together, we'll create a path that nourishes your individual needs. Just fill out the form in the description box below to get started. You are so worthy of peace, healing, and joy. Until next time, I'm wishing you an enlightened day. Bye bye for now.